Ugh. What
Right.
do? What do?
Okay. Do you guys want to take? No, I can't exactly have you talk while I talk with Bass. Okay, sorry. Carry on. I'll give you a few minutes before I force you to push on.
Okay, how's this?
Thing is, we can also we could try and sneak around tonight, though. That means high stealth rolls.
Let me look at my sheet.
Or then we could try and
Huh.
get buddy with the sons during their possible tavern outing tonight. Return with them and try to investigate the house then. If it's the last one, then Saban should probably leave to scout out any taverns to see if the boys are anywhere yet, and that way once we get to it we have some place to start and start tracing the steps of those sons.
That is not a half bad idea, honestly. Being invited in by the sons. If we manage to convince them to take us home with them.
Yeah, it's not a certain plan, but it could work.
Buy them enough drinks and they just might.
Yeah. So that's what I'm thinking. If we're gonna try that, then I think Saban's not gonna come to the guardhouse. And we'll instead go out and look for the kids in case they've already gone out drinking.
Rico, what did you want to talk to the captain about?
Oh, no, he requires my attendance.
Are you in trouble?
I mean, I didn't do anything.
That's a very interesting choice of words, but do they believe that you did?
I don't know what he believes. He didn't really say what I did. He just said, be there.
Out of character. Rika arrives there and it's like 2 candles and roses and it's like, welcome to our date.
Yes, that is definitely gonna happen.
Daniel, scribbling maniacally.
I have my notes.
Okay. In that case, if we're going to try to get invited in by the boys, I think that really you guys can decide who would like to have Septimus with them.
Wait, you're planning to do this at the same time, are you?
Like, are we not going to split up?
Oh, okay.
I
just
mean,
checking.
isn't it fairly early right now?
It is
How
still
early
fairly
do they
early.
drink?
How early is it?
I mean, it's getting evening.
Is it?
Well, it's about 5.
Okay, so it is beginning to turn. No.
Yeah, so it is. Especially for a bunch of nobles that have nothing to do.
True.
Ouch.
I don't know.
Well, wait, okay, so. How far is that?
That's on foot, maybe less than 5 minutes, really.
Okay, well, that's probably more than 120 feet.
200 feet. What, are you thinking about teleporting?
No, I'm just thinking, the message. Because I think Septimus has a message. Yes, but isn't that like 120 feet? Or is it like...
Let's find out. I had forgotten that I had that thing. There was no need for us to whisper for a very long time.
I'm afraid to
It's
say that
120 feet, yeah.
I'm sorry to say that the distance between those 2 points is definitely larger than 120.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, we can just.
I'm just going to force you along because I don't want Bass to be outside or anywhere. So as you discussed this, you've already, treaded over to the main plaza because, either way how you decide to handle this.
No.
What?
Not
No.
the main plaza. Fuck the stonings. Circle the stone plaza.
Okay, fuck it. Okay, so you're going to different direction that the GM expected you to. That's fine.
Yeah, all the side alleys that Saban scouted earlier.
Okay, so so you plan to go like this?
Like that.
Oh bloody hell! You're really not making this easy. Fuck it. You know what?
Your fault for dragging us to get stoning people in the first place.
Hey,
Now
you're the
we
ones
will
who took
avoid dairy.
interest in it. I told you there was a large crowd around. You were like, I wonder what they're looking at. You didn't have to look. So,
Yeah.
anyway,
So now we are avoiding. So we don't need to look.
Fair enough. Okay, so.
I don't see the problem with people getting high.
Yeah.
Anyway, so let's
Stonings, not stones.
Let's do it the good old-fashioned way. As you know what? Fuck it. As you walk outside, you see a cart passing that has some familiar faces on it. Brillana, that's where you get put in.
Okay.
Okay, let's just really cut over to you where we left off last time. Yeah, the process to get into the city was a lengthy one because you were never there before. There was a lengthy process of like, what's your name? What's your last name? What's your gender? Why are you coming here? How long will you stay? Are you planning on getting a job? If so, what occupation? Do you have children? Do you expect to have children soon? Do you have a fiance? Etc. 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 They also pricked you sort of with a dagger on the hand to see if you are a werewolf. You did not regenerate, so you're not.
Yeah.
And you got through with the rest of the cart and the people from Barovia. And now you're here. And it honestly looks so far better than it did back in Barovia. People seem to be actually happy. Everything is more colorful. Everything looks just better. As you tread down this road, you're basically right now on... God, it's been so long. What was the name of the shopkeep back in Barovia? Was it something with B? Nobody remembers Zude. I don't either.
No.
I'll just go with Bismarck. There we go. That's his name now. And
Is his first name Otto?
He
Yes.
changed his name while like
yes, exactly. That's the in-character reason. He was like,
when he set up shop, no one
new
knew
town,
that he was
new life, And he's like, okay, let's go to the main plaza. There we can set up shop, get the bearings, figure out the lay of the land. And as you're driving, you spot them. You spot your old guard comrades, and they spot you. Yes, this is the moment in which the GM asks you, what do you do?
I mean, when Rika spots Brillana just on the car, just...
You do realize the carriage doesn't stop for you, right? So while you're staring at each other, it keeps going. As it's
I was waiting for Chris to be done.
Ah, okay.
Rika's not saying anything. Rika's... Wait.
Brillana would wave. Where were they planning on stopping?
Yeah, on the main plaza, the place that the party is planning on avoiding.
Well, she doesn't know that, and they're like, it's pretty close. So, like, she would just, like, motion them over.
Mm.
And just, like, point over to the plaza.
No, not the best place to go.
You're not going at that speed, so you would break your neck if you jumped off. So that's fine.
Like after a moment of deliberation, she would just she would just like say to one of the people next to her that she was getting off slightly early, and she would like like after like getting into a good position would like gently step off.
That's that's fine. You get a grunt of acknowledgement from Bismarck himself, who is rather tired because you've been riding all day and all night. You've been taking shifts as well, so it wasn't But yeah, you get an acknowledgement, and they keep riding. You know where they're going to stop, so it should be easy for you to find them later. And you get off, and you see your long lost friend, the friends that you haven't seen for. It feels like an eternity, despite the fact that it's probably only been a bit more than a week.
No, it's been about a month.
Has it?
Or, well, 3 weeks at least.
All right.
Yeah, we lost her before the werewolf, so it's been at least 2 weeks from that, plus the traveling we did before and afterwards.
Bas, remember the whole backstory that happened?
So.
Stretch it out to 2 weeks. There you go.
Got it. We weren't really specific with the time anyway.
Yeah. Because I knew I had to stretch it to make it fit either way.
Combined with the camping,
I got
think
more
it's been
done
about,
anyway, so...
Yeah, I think it's been 3 weeks.
She would start walking over.
Brilana.
Hi.
Welcome.
Hi.
I wasn't expecting to see you here.
It's been... how do I explain it? It's been an experience for the last little while.
Month, more or less, I guess.
Yeah, I'm here now. Apologies, I'm slightly tired.
Yes, that travel from Barovia to here is precarious.
You can say that, especially now. But at least it still exists.
It's good, I suppose.
I've done a lot in recent times.
Yeah.
So what have you all been up to?
Well, I mean, we've... a lot has happened.
Anything important?
I mean, we got a job from the Burgomaster. We were captured by... Okay. Rick is going to lean in. We were captured by werewolves for a little bit. Maybe not mention that out loud.
Of course.
We've done a lot.
You know, as you're basically just doing this in the doorway of the Van Horst mansion, I'm just going to say that, you know, at some point, Anna just shows up and goes, Mom, Dad, who's that?
Hey, kids.
We got a kid?
Yes.
Hello?
We have one, and Sotimus is going to pick Anna up. This is Anna. Anna, this is Brilana. Anna.
Hi.
Manners.
Hello there, little one. I hope you're doing well.
I'm doing really well. I made a
Oh, that's
painting.
great.
Do you want to see it?
Oh, that does sound quite nice. May I?
She nods eagerly.
I think we have like a little bit of time before we gotta go.
Fantastic. I could maybe also tell you a little bit about what I've been through. If you're interested in any way.
I think that'd be very interesting.
Oh, shit, before I forget. I'm assuming you'll have your stuff out, right?
Yes.
Right. You noticed that Brianna has a new fancy staff. Quarterstaff.
Fancy quarter stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It was a gift.
Oh yeah, wait, I haven't changed out of the dress yet. So
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
still
okay.
wearing the fancy dress. I'm still wearing a very fancy dress.
Rolana's not judging. So, by the way, are you going to want the long version or the short version?
I'd like the short version because I have something to do that isn't necessarily like. I mean, I'm going to be there later, but I think Saban and Septimus is going to have bit more time to listen.
I'm going to do the show. Or should we go inside somewhere?
I mean, there is a painting you should see.
Yes, let's do that first, shall we?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, you ask her inside, and as they go, it's. I'm going to describe what the Von Holt's mansion looks like. It very clearly has a touch of nobility. Remember the Durst mansion? It looks like the Durst mansion, except less. It looks almost like a bit of furniture is missing. There's a few spots where the room is just kind of empty and it feels a bit weird. But it still looks kind of cozy.
Mm-hmm.
And as you are bagged inside, the others, they seem to be getting comfortable or perhaps stand a bit awkward around as they're not completely sure how to handle this situation, it seems. But, Anna doesn't have anything like that. She is very excited to show you the painting as she basically just sort of runs off to a little, structure which, holds the painting itself. There's a few paints lying about and other canvases. And she shows you the painting, which looks really quite nice. I mean, it was done by a child. You can realize that. But, it's nice.
Oh my, that is really pretty. You did a great job on it.
Thank you. I had help.
Well, that's nice to hear. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah,
In
I think
painting
so.
lessons? Well, that's nice to hear. Okay. It's quite clear that Brilla is seemingly exhausted,
Yeah.
like mentally and physically. Okay, let's see.
I'm assuming the others are, picking that up, but out of politeness, not saying anything. However, Anna will. Are you
Oh.
all right? You look
Well,
sad.
I've been on the road for a while, and
So
before
have
I
we.
went.
It was really fun. We had like a guy that did music. I mean, Uncle Vasily. He played music, and there was Sarah. Yes, she thinks the name is Sarah. There was Sarah. She was really fun. We talked with her, and it was great.
Yeah,
We had a
sadly,
competition who could gather the most wood.
sadly, my trip was a little more somber. Sadly enough, most people weren't in a very good mood, having to leave their home and all. Well, they didn't have to; they chose. But I understand that decision.
What happened?
Yes, short version. Well, basically, I stayed behind after you all left because, well, I had a hunch, and I was correct. With, if I had not stayed, the town would have probably fallen apart. After the attack, there was a lot of dead, a lot of not very good things happening. There were a lot of food shortages. There was a decently long time where I was probably the only reason most people were able to have food. Well, not food, but good berries help when you're in a pinch. Big events that happened. Strahd said a trap. Jeffries fell into a trap. Almost got all of his men killed. If I wasn't there, it probably would have gone very badly. Apparently, there's someone like myself, an old woman who's very powerful caster of magic. There, but that was kind of terrifying. He got really depressed. Though, on the slight upside, I was able to teach some people how to fish. They're going to attempt farming now that I've enriched the soil slightly, but that's going to take some time. Let's see. Oh, yes, that happened. So, I ran into a vampire.
Uh-huh.
And I killed it by myself.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
It was kind of terrifying, but no, I have a spell that I really should have just prepared that day, but I didn't, and I'm not making that mistake again.
What did the vampire look like?
I don't think Daniel gave me a long description.
Yeah, let me jump in there. It looked like a rather thinly dressed person in commoner's clothes. Mostly, you know, kind of looking peasantly, very bloody, obviously. Bit skinny looking, you know, the fingers have sort of formed into claws, you know, long teeth, black hair, a little messy looking. Yeah, that's about the gist of it. Oddly
Right,
enough,
that's some
though,
weird cosplay.
oddly
Well,
enough, it
GG.
oddly enough, you know, not nearly as pale as you would have assumed from most vampires. So that seems to be, you know, kind of a not true thing that all vampires are pale, because this one wasn't really.
Because they weren't actually as pale as you would expect. Otherwise, the features were not too anything specific. Oh, another thing I should probably mention. I'm a noble now. That happened.
Congratulations. How did you
Thank
happen upon this title?
Well, after. Okay, I really didn't want to say it while I was there, but everyone else was saying it, so. Basically, if I hadn't been there for that stretch of time, they would have probably all died or starved.
So,
So did you get married or?
No. Jeffrey has been, after his father died, has the authority to give out titles,
right.
and he did before I left.
As Vargas did with Leslie, if we remember that little factoid.
Interesting.
I
But
think-
yes, it's been a thing. I was planning on attempting to get a bundle of supplies to go send down there sometime. Well, probably as soon as I'm able. They kind of need at least something until something like the farming gets up and ready.
The moment the party realizes, oh shit, not everything resolved happily ever after the moment we left.
Yeah, we didn't expect.
You
Well-
just didn't care.
Saban did. Just didn't really have a chance to stay behind.
Yeah, okay.
But we very much heard what happened in the town as we left the Barovian estate, so not really a surprise.
I managed though, better than I had expected. I think Jeffries would be okay. I'm still kind of concerned about him.
What about the forces of Strahd? Were they looking for the forests after we left?
Into the forest? What exactly do you mean?
I mean, were there forces of Strahd combing through the forest after we left?
I'm not certain about the forest, but there was a large horde that was coalescing around. I think it was northwest. Sometimes they get closer, sometimes they get farther away. I'm not exactly sure what that was about. There was also the vampire who was slowly killing people one by one until I killed it. Most likely those three.
Did you kill this vampire on your own?
Well, I had a little bit of help from some bears that I conjured, that I kind of feel bad about because I didn't think they would be stuck here.
Rika perks up.
Interesting.
But I didn't have any other help. No, it was kind of just me. But from now on, I'm
Congratulations.
just going to keep a spell prepared that they won't like. So there's this thing I learned. It's called daylight. It does as described. I sadly did not have it prepared at the time, but in the future case, I thought it would be good to keep it handy just in case.
There's daylight outside right now.
Yes, but this spell summons daylight whenever, wherever.
Oh.
Also, it's a lot more bright than outside.
That does not seem to compute.
Maybe I can show you sometime, okay?
Okay.
Great.
It does tend to be a bit gloomy even on the bright days here.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's about it. There was, of course, like a lot of in-between work of keeping people fed and alive and teaching them how to, not die, no. Apologies for my tightness.
I would think it very natural to have some tightness after what you went through.
There were a lot of people relying on me. It gets kind of stressful. I know how Jeffrey feels, so I hope he's going to be alright. But yes, I was planning on using the bit of money that I have to try to get some supplies sent over, since trade isn't really coming through anymore.
Hmm. That is probably because could you go through the gates?
Yes.
Strahd's the gates have opened again.
The big ones with the undead on them?
Yeah,
Actually,
yes.
you never
circle
actually
around
saw
them.
them from up close, did you?
No,
No.
we just heard about the gates.
Well, yes, when we approached, they opened. And surprisingly, the undead didn't do anything. We were just let through.
Yes, we went around those.
Oh, I see. Yeah, we just went through that and just kept riding on basically constantly using.
To be
Well,
fair, everyone was on edge as you did that. Like, people weren't sure how this was gonna go.
But yes, would you all have any suggestions on how I should go about attempting to get supplies in through?
I mean, we know a way around the gates.
Well, it's more that the supplies need to get there safely.
Yes, I mean, if you pay a little bit of tribute to the werewolves, I don't think they'd mind also protecting your way through.
That might be possible.
Saban
look
will
into it.
whisper to Rika and Septimus. I mean, after all, depending on how much stuff they're taking over there and how long it's gonna take, we could do it in exchange for some money.
I don't know about that. On one hand, yes, that could be done, and it would be a good move to make. We would be helping people, however, the timing needs to be right.
Yeah, we do need to
What
visit
have,
the winery before it.
Yeah,
what have you all been working on?
but to be fair, it's not like they just suddenly have telepathy. You notice how they huddle together and go like, how do we...
Yeah, she doesn't mind. So what have you all been working on recently?
Well, finding jobs, trying to stay out of trouble.
I have a feeling that didn't go so well.
I said trying.
I noticed.
I haven't really got into any trouble myself, so
I mean, I basically killed a displacer beast, so I mean, I'm doing pretty good.
The reveal.
There's a bond raises an eyebrow.
No one was around. It was only Vasily and this drow who now owes me a favor and is with the Vistani. I suppose, yeah.
I see.
So I have people who owe me favors now. I did also use magic inside the city, but shh.
Oh shit! Yeah, sorry, Bass. Another thing.
Yeah?
Magic inside the city is unlawful.
Is
Yeah.
outlawed.
Sure, probably
Oh.
started with that one. That's a biggie.
That's kind of important for a full caster.
I know Rika's basically in the same situation as you. So essentially, all spells are illegal, and all cantrips that deal damage are illegal as well.
Yes.
We got druidcraft and mending. That's it. Let's go, baby.
Yeah. To get basically, you are allowed to cast spells in the city if you get a license.
Oh, nice. Okay.
We are also working on getting licenses. Talking about licenses. So, we talked with the burgomaster, and if we do a job for him, he's going to give us licenses. I think we could also finagle it for you to also get one.
That would be nice, and I would be willing to assist.
Thank you.
I learned a new thing or two. As in that direction. Okay, let's see.
I mean, technically, as a noble, you should probably go introduce yourself to the burgomaster. Just, you're a noble.
Oh, yeah. Honestly, I'm still getting used to that. It's kind of new.
Yes, I I guess so. But yes, I should. We're working on investigating some the man in the castle.
Oh shit! Third thing. Mentioning Strahd in any way is also illegal within the city.
Yeah, checks that.
Yeah, so if you say his name, Strahd, that is, that's illegal. That's considered hate speech. Speaking of which, criticizing the upper management, Baron Valakovic, the burgomaster, or his methods, or the punishments dealt within the city, is also all considered hate speech and is punishable via stoning or other thing that is considered appropriate. It depends on the crime.
Yeah.
Also,
Other
you're
stuff
required
that is considered.
to show up at any kind of festival or
Yes.
or holiday.
Attendance at festivals
And in
is
general,
mandatory.
technically spreading misery is legal. So
Yes.
it's basically happiness.
If you spread negativity, that's hate speech.
Don't spread bad vibes. That's rude.
So
If you can pass the
Malarkey
vibe
is
check,
basically
you're all right.
yeah. So basically, it's we happy few. As in, if a god looks at
The
you,
only problem
with
is
a
you
smile.
aren't handed any pills, so it's a little bit harder than
Yeah.
happy for you.
Yeah.
Well, then again, it is enough as long as you just fake a smile.
Yes, but
But
as I was saying, we are supposed to be investing some man in the castle, but
The porters.
person in the castle. Well, I hesitate to call them. Well, we're investigating some cultists. That may be another.
Called the demon in the castle. Is that's
Yes, demon in the castle.
I would also be willing to help with that for personal reasons.
Yes, that would also probably net you a license.
That would also be quite good.
Yes.
I must admit, I kind of have a what's the word? A reason of resentment.
Has she always spoken like a noblewoman? Has this only started after she got the title?
after
Sorry,
the title.
keep
I
going.
She's also just tired, and like she is trying to keep up appearances because like the guards don't want to be like, is this forged? And then like fucking arrest her.
Yeah, fair enough. That is something that could happen in Blocky.
Yes, but we have some. We're going after
Smalls.
her 2 sons currently. That's what Saban and Septimus are going to do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go to the guards for a while because of some personal reasons. I think you should go with Saban and Septimus, and I'll join up with you as soon as I can.
What exactly will you two be doing? I heard the nonsense, but what exactly is the goal there?
Went through taverns to find the sons. As they have a habit of drinking.
Mm-hmm.
Then try and get into this noble's residence and find any kind of evidence of
Supporting the devil.
or cult activities or supporting the demon.
Of course.
Yes. So if you guys go do that, then I'll go to the guardhouse. Where should we meet up after I'm done? If I can do it tonight.
Well,
That is-
you've all been longer here. How long have you actually been here? Since I know you had some delays.
2-3 days.
3 days.
days,
This is the
I see.
3rd day.
Let me just
I
check.
see, I see.
Right, no, this is the 2nd.
Today is what day is today? Today's Wednesday. You
Yeah, it's
arrived-
the day we were
You arrived
supposed
on
to-
Monday, I believe, right?
Yeah, I think so. So technically, well, it is our 2nd day, but yeah, because we arrived really late.
Yeah, it's a 2nd full day.
Yeah,
But
we
yeah,
basically on the first day we just came here and slept.
but yeah, I think I just realized why Daniel might think Brillana sounds posh. It's because she is a lot more serious than she used to be.
For
'Cause
understandable
she went
reasons.
through some shit. Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, this whole thing turned her into a British person. Dun, dun, dun.
Oh
What?
my god.
Okay.
Or weirdest things to a person.
This is what she gets. Helps not becomes British.
Greatest horror our party has so far suffered.
One of the urn has
Clearly.
been corrupted.
Clearly, the greatest curse of all, becoming a British.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Alright.
It is a curse worse than it is a curse worse than being a werewolf.
I mean, let's face it, some people in the party would prefer being a werewolf. Anyway, let's get back onto it. So you've
Perhaps.
decided?
Who?
You've decided how to split the party?
Okay, no. Yes.
I think so, yes. Daniel, question.
Yes.
Is it illegal or legal for me to wild shape?
Ooh, that's... I'll be honest with you. You don't know. I don't know. I guess we'll have to see what happens. Because
I don't think the guards know.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of a loophole, to be honest.
to
Technically
be
not magic.
fair-
You'll have to argue your case.
To be fair, is it not magic? It's just out of game mechanics that dictated not being magic. In game, would anyone who sees a person turn into
That's
5 different
precisely what I'm
creatures?
saying. If you want to know if that flies, try it out. We'll see.
They'd probably
I'm
assume
kinda
it's
like that.
polymorph. They'd probably
Yeah,
just
or even
assume
just
it's polymorph.
magic. Yeah, or even just assume magic. They don't know every spell.
Yeah.
I'll have to ask sometime.
Yes.
yeah.
I'm not going to just try it out. More likely, I'm going to ask.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes. Where were we going to meet up after I've been to the guard's house? Like,
Well, let's see.
We can either go back to the guard's house or then we can set up a certain time to meet up.
yes, well, I don't exactly know when I'll be done.
Yeah, so it might be best that you stay at the guard's house and we'll come pick you up.
Okay.
Try not to get into too much trouble, alright?
I'll try.
I'm just going to say.
I'm already. I'm only back with you for like 5 minutes. I'm already concerned.
Well,
worry.
depending on the. Yeah.
It's nothing to worry about. I think.
Can I make an insight check on that?
No.
You have spent years
Well-
working alongside Rika. I think you.
I don't think I'd be.
Yeah.
No.
I am surprised you let her go by herself, because last time you let her go by herself, she killed Displacement Beast, apparently.
Well, almost killed a displacer beast.
Yes, and used magic within the city walls, and also managed to get herself into this pickle. So, yeah, what could go worse? What could go wrong letting her once again go without
She is an
supervision?
independent adult woman.
Are you sure you don't want me to go with you?
I think I'll be fine.
Well, Rika, at least you're dressed to impress.
Are you sure you will be fine?
Actually, I'd rather want my other clothes on, just, This isn't exactly like work clothes.
You might want to change, yes.
Yes. You guys go ahead. I'll fix this whole kind of thing.
Okay, well, just promise you won't do something dumb, please.
I'll promise not to get thrown in jail.
I'll take what I can get.
The way she paused and very carefully formulated her sentence. That is Rika, alright. You have PTSD back from your time surfing alongside her in the guard's house.
I said jail, meaning I'm not going to get arrested. If anything, I'm going to a court case and I'm just being sentenced straight to prison.
That's the Rika you know.
That's what she was doing paperwork most of the time.
Yeah.
She knows them loopholes.
Listen.
Knows the loopholes, and that was a good way for the city to keep her out of being herself.
Yeah, actually, on second thought, it's not that bad an idea to split the party like that, because now that Brulan is back, she's like a second face for the party, so...
True.
Now I'm not the only one.
Yeah, exactly. Now you're not the only one who has a charisma
What you're
score.
saying, our fighters with minus charisma don't work as party faces?
Oh yeah, our fighters with minus charisma and minus constitution.
Only one
I
of us
see.
has minus constitution.
Okay, only one of you.
Yeah,
Okay.
only Saban.
So let me get this right again. What are you three planning to do right now while Rika's going to the guard's house? You're planning on...
Hitting the pubs.
Okay, I love how basically two of the three people are like, I have no idea what we're doing. I was just tired
Hey,
along.
I just got here.
Yeah, but what's your excuse, Leah?
You're still muted, by the way.
I
There you
don't
go.
know. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to offer. I don't know what to suggest.
Are you okay, Leah? You gonna be okay?
Yeah, that's a weird question.
Okay, I'm just concerned. You're just quiet today.
I'm sorry. I'm just having a quiet day today. Sorry.
It's
All right.
fine. I was
Just,
just concerned.
Just to get back to you, Leah. So if I get it correct, you three are planning to... Remind me again, I have such a bad mind.
Hit up some taverns, basically hit a bunch of them trying to see if we can find the sons.
Mm-hmm. Leah, you up UK with the plan?
Also, Saban and Septims are the only ones that have seen them, so...
Yeah.
Completely okay. Yeah.
All right, excellent. All right, so we'll be starting off with that then for now. So, how are you planning to handle this? Are you going to split apart even further, or are you going to stick together and go through to one specific bar? How are you handling this? Are you going to snoop around? What's the plan here? What's the play?
Let's see. How many of these establishments do you know that are around town? What is that you're aware of?
Considering how many people I've seen drinking, probably about half a dozen or so. I recommend we just pretend to be a group out drinking, looking for the right place to stay.
Makes sense.
So we're gonna go in,
Sounds good.
order a weak ale, to get a feel of the place, see if we find what we're looking for. If we don't, we pay up and go to another one.
These two men we're looking for. What do they look like?
Saban passes on a description of the two.
You now have a description of the two.
Alright,
Yeah.
got it. Thanks. Let's see. When we're done, we're going to head over to the guardhouse to pick up. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. Depending on what part of the city we're moving in, as
Of course.
there isn't really a district dedicated for the ends from what I've seen. They're just kind of spread about, so
It makes sense.
yeah.
Do
We're moving close by. We might as well come and check if she's released yet or not.
you think I would have time to meet the burgomaster, or should I save that for later? I'm fine with saving it for later, if need be, if it doesn't work out with our schedule.
I think either works. I'm not sure if he's meeting people without appointments, considering that
Oh, yes.
the noble in the city we had to set up an appointment first.
Well, would it be fine if we, where do you set up appointments?
What?
Where do you set up an appointment?
No, we set one up so we could get hunter's license.
But where?
I don't know. It was our noble here who did it, so.
I see.
I love how you say like our noble here. Like, you know, it's our pet now. We own it.
Like, Granada doesn't
Don't
even
we?
know who this person is. She's just gonna roll with it.
Don't we? The man is simping so hard.
Whoa! Oh, okay.
I'm just waiting for the moment where it's like, hey, Vasily, so our old friend Pilana just, you know, came along. Can she also stay in your house? And it's going to be like, oh, another beautiful woman. If I'm okay with her staying at my house? Yes!
Yeah, exactly. Saban does bring out that if you don't have a place to stay, I will be surprised if Vasily doesn't accept you.
Well, no, I do not.
Unless he's literally run out of beds, which I guess
He's a
is
very
jazz.
kind person.
I think he'd try to fit her in anyway.
Yeah.
I am not trying
Would
to
probably throw Saban out.
And I'm just I'm not sure how to take that comment, so I'm just going to ignore it.
You feel like you can already sort of imagine Vasily's inner voice in your head. What? We don't have enough beds? Do not worry, we can share mine.
Yeah.
I haven't even heard his voice, but I can hear it too.
At which point Saban will... That will be interesting, as Saban will then head to the gate and ask, can I please go out for the night? I need to sleep.
Whoa!
Jokes aside. Yeah, how are you approaching this? Where you go?
Yes, let's see. Well, do you have a map of the city?
As a matter of fact, you guys do.
We do, but who has it?
Oh.
I think Septimus. Saban basically just looked at it to memorize it and then gave it to someone.
If Septimus has the map, then he'll give it to
I don't
Brianna
know,
if she
was it
wants
Septimus or Rico? Which one of you had it?
Wait, I think it was Rika. I think so.
Yeah,
I don't recall ever having the map.
Yeah, I remember giving it to someone.
Rico, can you confirm?
After.
Is the map currently in your possession?
Yeah, because
Which map?
the map of Valaki.
Yes, I suppose so, yes.
Well,
Yeah.
I guess you're flying blind.
You could also just ask for...
Yeah, but like she's
Yeah, Saban has an inner.
like,
Saban has a. Yeah, Saban has an inner GPS. It's fine.
Okay.
As long as you follow him, you're not gonna get lost.
Well, I would say. I assume you know what the Burgomaster's place is?
Yeah.
Yes, let's see. I would, if on our trip we could go past that, I can see about setting up an appointment. Otherwise,
Could
I'd
go
say,
back in the house, see if Vasily is there, and ask him to do it.
Vasily left, if you recall.
He left immediately.
Yeah, very beginning of the session, I was like, well, I have some business to do. Goodbye.
like, you have stuff to do.
Yeah,
already.
just assume. Yeah,
Also have
just
stuff to
assumed
do.
it'd still take time to leave.
Vasily,
so
away!
he'd be close.
There are women that need to be flirted to. Away!
He might actually find a woman that accepts his expectations this
I've just heard there is a woman sitting on a balcony, long and leave, watching into the distance. I need to serenade!
My blood senses are tingling. But yes, I would say we should go along the road, well, some of the main roads, and just see if we can spot any of the establishments, and just go to them as we go, and see if we can find these two individuals. I assume since we want to do this secretly, we don't want to go asking around about them. That would probably make more of a ruckus than we would like.
Yeah, rather see it first. Plus, we
Yeah, rather just
do
spot
want,
them.
yeah, do want Rika to be with us.
What do you plan to do after you spot them?
Well, depends if Rika is with us or not.
And
If she
what would-
is, if she is, we'll strike up a conversation with them, feed them more drinks, and hopefully get them to invite us to come over for a nightcap or something.
I see.
If Rika isn't with us, we'll mark down the tavern, go get Rika, come back to the tavern, and then we start saying that we lost our two friends. They were here before.
I
And
see.
we track them down.
I think that would make sense. Alright then, yes, I can agree with that. Shall we get going then? It would be kind of awkward if he finishes changing and we're still just standing here.
We're outside the house, so
Yeah,
But, you know, like opens the door and let... You know what I meant.
alright. Are you heading... Hang on, I should probably put Brillan's token on the map. Yes, beautiful.
Okay, did I not make a token? Give me 5 minutes.
No worries about it.
Give me like 2 minutes.
Right, so where you headed first? Like, I know what your modus operandi is, but like, where do you approach first, or are you going to have some sort of investigation that you want to do?
I'll let you decide.
I guess we can walk Rika over to the guardhouse and then stop at the first tavern we see.
Alright, so you're still waiting for Rika first to get done changing into her not noble clothes.
Yeah. I also think it's good to let her know of the plan.
Alright, so Rika, as you get changed, after a while, you come to the positive surprise that your friends have not left yet, and are still waiting for you.
Didn't I say you could go ahead?
Well, we don't really have a place to go and it's early, so not exactly in a hurry.
Sure. Let's go then.
Yeah. And as we start traveling, Saban goes over the plan we just discussed with the three of us. And forwards it to Rika.
Alright. So, this time, how are you going to go to Guard's house? I'm assuming not over the market square.
Yeah. Also updating Brilana about that. Try to avoid the plaza, pointing in its direction.
Yes, what was with that? Why?
Well, for the punishments of the town, there are people sometimes get stoned. And because of the nature of the city, those stonings are mandatory to be a part of if you're there. So if you get there, they may demand you to throw a stone at someone, so
Yes.
better just avoid it.
Yeah, I, you're right. I would like to avoid that.
Yeah.
I love how Brillano is just like, yeah, that would be a thing.
Yeah, you know what? I would not want to do that.
Alright, so you take your way, and, Brillana, still, despite all that bad stuff, looks really nice here. People seem to be actually happy and all, right? Right? Everyone's smiling, everyone seems to be happy. You see people...
As we walk around, can I make an insight check on people?
Yeah, yes you can.
I mean, okay, so they're all smiling and none of them just have a neutral expression. You can have a neutral expression.
Oh yeah, you can. Not,
Unless you
well,
have a resting bitch face.
let me say it
Then
like
it's-
this.
Yeah,
Let me
that's
say it
pretty
like
hard.
this. When patrolling officers are around, it's definitely safer to go with a smile.
Yeah, even Saban smiles during those.
Septimus
What?
has a neutral face, just
He's just always like that. Just don't mind him.
yeah.
Well, you don't run into any trouble with the law, luckily. You were rolling inside 13.
Yes.
Yeah, it's enough to definitely notice that there's an underlying... There's something that's just off. Underlying.
Sense of dread.
Yes. This isn't just pure happiness. This isn't all that it's made out to be. There's definitely something a bit off here. People aren't nearly as happy as they may at first glance appear to be. There's definitely... Yeah, there's definitely an underlying tones of dread here. Fear, maybe, or, well, something of the like.
By the way, Berlana would also like to, like, as they go, to see if she can find like not like the go-to, but like spots along the way in general, just like any places you could mass buy food.
Oh yeah, speaking of which, since you are, passing by this place, you do see this field, which, it looks like it is right in the sort of situation where, it is ready for harvest very soon. You also notice that a large chunk of it seems to have been burnt down by a fire recently. There's still ashes, there's still signs of it having happened. It looks a bit...
That gives me bad memories.
Yeah, it looks a little... doesn't look very happy, and I think one of the players knows what happened there. But you move on. And, the main road, such a lovely road, right? It's very well plastered. The buildings all look very nice from here. So, say what you want, but architecture-wise, all's quite good. Anyway, you arrive at the guard's house, a rather imposingly built building. Definitely, whoever built it definitely put a lot of effort into making it look, well, like the shining beacon of justice that it most definitely is here in Vallaki.
By the way, Daniel, I did make a token. I DM'd you it.
Oh, great. Could you...
Yeah.
The way I normally do it is I just sort of like pull over your character sheet into it. So if you could you just edit your character sheet and put the token into the picture section?
Yes,
That would be
I'm
lovely.
just gonna.
Thank you.
I'm just going to quickly save the full picture of that.
No problem. So, yes, you arrive at that place. And there is, of course, a couple of guards standing, warily in front of the entrance. And there's also a billboard there with a couple of wanted posters hanging about. There you are. And as you stop, some of the guards are starting to watch you, seeing that you stopped here for a reason. Waiting for you to do what it is that you came here to do.
Yep. I mean, I'm just gonna wave goodbye and step into my eventual doom.
All right. So what do you guys do? Do you pass on immediately, or do you stick around to see what happens for the first few moments anyway?
See you soon.
Pass on immediately.
Okay, pass on immediately.
Berlana would like look back every so often,
Okay.
as in like every 10 seconds, just to make sure
So let's...
like the guard tower doesn't like spontaneously combust into a giant fireball.
that would be very Rika.
Yeah, I think we should start from this area to look for the taverns, as these are
Okay.
closer to the house.
So anyway, Rika, as you do step up to the guards, they look you over, and one of them goes, "Speak! What is your business here, citizen?"
The captain wanted to speak with me. I think he's the captain. Yes.
What is your name?
My name is Rika Seki.
You may pass.
Thank you.
The captain expects you to go to the main field, just down the hallway out into the open. He is waiting there for you.
Okay. Yep. Yep.
All right.
Rika's going there.
You pass through, and they we take their stances as they do not plan on letting anyone else through. Anyway, returning to the party, that's basically what you see. Her passing through, moments of hesitation, but passes through after all. So, and you're gonna start looking for taverns, right?
I have a feeling I'm going to be in a constant state of concern, like usual.
All right, so how are you going to go about this? Are you going to ask around? Are you going to rely on your own senses of view, investigation, perception? What are you doing here?
Berlana could probably help find them, but she's not the investigative type. They would probably know that.
Let's take a quick break because I noticed that quite a few people are not only muted, but we're also missing Desmond. Wait, is he back? He is! Hooray.
I've been here the whole time.
Okay.
I would be fine with taking a break to like grab myself some water because I'm
Okay,
kind
let's
of
do take a break after all, no?